In today's video, we're seeing how many units of horsemen Celeborn's bodyguard unit can kill. That's the entire thing. And so here are the Berio I Ngelaidh, and they have a melee attack of 16 with a bonus against mounts, as we already know. They've got a missile attack of 10, 33 total defense, and they're all very good. They've got 32 missiles, and they are unwavering and locked. So here we are. We're going to give this a whirl, and we've got 8 units of Rohan's peasant scouts, just to see how they do solo. This is the worst unit of cavalry in the game at 3 and 3. So we're going to see how many kills we can get. Now they are just kind of dawdling across here. And well, now we are in melee. So we're going to see whether or not we can defeat this. And the aim is then to push on and get even more kills than whatever we get here. So, as you can see, we are actually taking quite a lot of losses. We're getting surrounded, but we are kind of hacking our way through there. And I reckon we should be able to defeat this. Remember, in the previous video, Saruman's forces struggled a little bit, killing 8 units of Snagger solo. But I think with that, we will probably see the rest of these guys flee. But let's just get a base number for how many kills they can get on their own. And also, we're not going to be remaining here at the fords of the Isen. We're going to go back to the Osgiliath rivercrossing because I think that's a much better bridge battle scenario. But there we go. We got 698 kills, and we had plenty left in the tank in terms of ammunition and in men. And if there was any doubt as to what they looked like when they were out of ammunition, that is what they looked like. Very fancy looking spear. Very fancy. As you can see by the trail of destruction around us, the enemy has kind of ran away from us at every turn. I don't know what they're doing, but we may have to rethink just how we perform this test. But we're going to see this battle to its logical conclusion and see what the numbers tell us at least. Well, I gotta say, that was an absolute mess, but let's have a look here. 913. Okay. Well, should we actually think about going to the forwards of the Isen instead? Alright, well this time we are not messing around. We've just got 4 units here to guard the crossing, and we've got a full army of peasant scouts of Rohan, and we've got our Berio I Ngelaidh over here on a nice and pleasant bank, and we are going to shoot them. We're going to shoot them, and then we're going to go into melee, and we're going to see how many kills we can get with this general's bodyguard over here. The bodyguard, of course, of Celeborn. So here we go. It's already getting a little bit choppy. Very choppy. So let's just go a bit further. Oh my days, that is very choppy. This is rather ridiculous. But let's watch it maybe from this angle. Maybe this is a better angle. There we go. This unit has more potential for damage than Saruman's Guard of the Hand, because these guys are not armor piercing, but up against a low armored target, they will ultimately deal more damage. Because of course there is no armor to block that flat damage. Now, some of these units are breaking through there, doing a bit of a Troy and Gabriella, but do we have to get more units in here? I think not. I don't think it matters too much. Yes, I think we will probably smash the enemy here. This is not an ideal test, because this doesn't quite work as it did for the infantry, where they're able to hold for far longer. So let's have a look here at the kills. Yeah, it's only 555. That's fewer than any of the other runs up to date. I don't know quite how we can get this to work. So you might think this is a little bit extreme, right? We have designed a battle map here at the gates of the Argonath against 2 full banner armies of peasant scouts, and we've got some backup basically just to hold them back. And we are going to see if we are able to defeat... I don't actually know how many units or how many cavalrymen this might be, but it's going to be a lot. Well, I was a little bit scared that nothing was actually going to happen there and things weren't going to work out, but oh my days, it is working. And there's... Oh, is it going to crash? I'm fearing that it might actually crash the game. This is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to start firing into that anyway, but... oh, jeez. This is pretty scary. Please don't crash. This is so nice. I'll tell you what, imagine if you had a catapult right now. So it does kind of look like the only way that we're going to get this to work is by sending one unit over there one by one. But that's okay with me, because the goal is just to see how many this unit can kill. So as long as we've got men to send over there to create this blob, I'm all for it. Oh, right. That is... there's all of our ammunition gone. And I think we've got quite a few kills. Now, how are we going to do this? They have actually decided to stay there. Having a bit of a mosh pit by the looks of it. I think we're just going to send our Berio I Ngelaidh over there. And I think that's probably the best chance they have of just getting as many kills as possible. There is still 2/3 of them remaining. And that is many a horseman. So I don't think they're going to kill them all. But this should be a jolly good show. So here amidst the River Anduin, just a little ways of the stream down from their homeland, they are going in for the kill. Let's see how this goes. I predict that they're just going to kind of just get... well, I don't really know. I think they'll get surrounded fairly quickly. But promising start anyway. Promising start. This is going to take a while, though, if they're going to kill all of these guys. Well, I say that, and they're going down very quickly. Look at that. I mean, this is on ×2 speed, but yes, they have already slightly surrounded us. Oh, no, they haven't. They have... Oh, they just go down like flies. This is a real show of what a quality unit can do against a very poor unit. Well, we have just lost a bunch of our men in here somewhere. Because, as I say, they have just pushed us back. But I reckon we've killed a fair few of them just with that unit. Even though they've taken a bunch of damage. Where are they? Show yourselves, men. There they are. Because, like, look at that. There's still a few left. But of them, I don't want to be taking a full charge, though. Because, you know, that's going to reduce our capabilities. Yeah, and they're just going to get run over here now, I think. Let's just have them in. This is the final charge, I think, of the Rohirrim, because they are just so heavily damaged. And there we are. There we go. Right, let's see just how many kills they got. This is a clear victory. 1,799. That's a pretty decent total there. And I'm not so sure if it is possible to actually get more than that, given how the AI reacts here. But I would like to compare it to another unit, so we're going to give that a whirl. So I did try the Hearthguard of Dale in a similar situation, but their stats just don't allow them to replicate similar results, and I had the same issues with the AI anyway. Now, they do have the stakes, which does give them a bit of an extra ability there, but again, without having a proper bridge battle, you're not going to get the proper use out of them. And that's not really a fair assumption of the unit, rather the stakes. But during that testing, I was able to find out just why the cavalry might not have been working as intended during the Osgiliath rivercrossing battle map, so I tried something different. So what did we have to do? Well, we added in 2 units of peasant militia as each army's captain, and I hope that that is exactly what we need to get the cavalry to come to us. And that is what we're hoping for. And I will endeavour to not use any of the ammunition on the peasant militia. And I hope these guys can basically kill them, so that the kills that are counted from this unit are purely on the peasant scouts, because that is what we are here for. So modern problems require modern solutions, and OMG, it is lagging like a mother. Well, we are seeing quite the pleasant little build-up here of troops, so I think we can now start shooting in there. We've actually already killed 11%, and we haven't done anything yet, so we better get a move on, otherwise they're all going to run away. Again, we're really aiming for the peasant scouts, trying to get as many kills on them, and trying to ignore the peasant militia as much as possible, allowing our Lorien sentries to hold the line. And once we are out of ammunition, hopefully we can then slot in there and just kind of push them back with our spears. We've pretty much got rid of all the horsemen from over here, so let's just go ahead and get rid of the peasant militia here. And I'm afraid we're probably just going to have to push through then and try and take on the remainder of the cavalry one by one with our general. So let's go on in there and get stuck in. We're going to chop through all of this and see. I think this is probably the closest we're going to get to an accurate number. 2,325 kills. That is a darn big number. I will say that for any unit that manages to get that many kills, regardless of what rank they're up against. Now, that could be higher if the AI wasn't so dim with cavalry, because it just doesn't work. And without having a proper bridge battle, it's quite difficult to replicate a similar situation anywhere else. So, unfortunately, that's the best I could get here today. But that is still a commendable number. Just a little bit less than Saruman got versus Snagger.